All right, we got our first bass of the year. Yes, finally. YouTube world, we got our first bass of the year, finally. Yes. Nice little 10-inch smallmouth. Yep. Yeah. You guys caught a pretty nice trout, huh?
Yeah, that was a bass.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, anyways, YouTube, this is G-Man Fishing. Our first bass of 2021. Finally. That's like the third bite. I'm using a drop shot today. Normally, I don't do a drop shot, but I had to catch my first bass, and slowing it down is exactly what I needed to do. So there you guys go. Mwah. Beautiful smallmouth. So we're just throwing it out there and just slowly working it in. That's like the third bite I've had, and I thought it was just a bottom because I'm dragging that weight on the bottom, and I'm just dropping my rod tip like this, and I didn't even feel him hit it. I just felt something kind of run off with it, and I thought I was just on. Oh, there's another bite. There's another bite. Hey, I think we just found a pattern for these smallies. I'm so thankful we finally got a bass. This is my fifth trip bass fishing. We're here at Prineville Reservoir. I lost my swim jig, my Booyah swim jig, earlier today. We're throwing crawfish, trying that slow. We're throwing spinner baits, nothing. Finally got our first bass of 2021. So, YouTube world, the bass better be ready, because I'm coming at them full, or even if I have to throw a drop shot just to catch them, I will do that. I should have probably been thrown a drop shot. That's a Berkeley fluke, drop shot fluke. What I'm throwing. So basically what I've done is I hooked that, rigged it like that, and I got a weight going down, small weight. I figured if I needed a bigger weight to get out there further, I could do it. But hey, I was just about ready to leave to go try the dam, because I figured, well, if ain't nothing happening here, I would try the dam. But hey, I'm happy for y'all. You guys got to see me catch my first smallie of the year. And this is the intro, of course, because I've been fishing for a couple hours, nothing happening, and then finally just that was good to get that skunk off for bass this year. But hey, drop shot worked, and to be honest with you, that wasn't what I was wanting to throw. It's just working it slow, working it slow, working it slow. And I'm just lifting and just kind of dragging the weight on the bottom, just bouncing that fluke very slow. Thank you, Lord. Finally got that first bass. Hopefully we're gonna catch 20 more today, even if I have to throw this drop shot rig just to get them to bite. That's the thing about bass fishing. You know how to fish for them. You know how to fish for them, and you know how to fish for them, but you're stubborn and you're not a drop shot thrower. You just refuse to throw that drop shot. And then finally you're just like, you know what? Time to give your pride a little rest and throw something different. So, it's windy out here. It's cloudy and sunny at the same time. But hey, maybe I need to go back over and work that other side again, and maybe give it another go. But right now we're gonna just keep working this side. I do have another rod out with two trout magnets on it in a float. I was seeing some fish rise earlier, literally jumping, coming out of the water, and I didn't know what they were because I couldn't tell. But hey, yes, that may be the only bite we get all day, but it gives you confidence to keep on trucking, keep on trying. They get another bite on anything you're throwing. I was throwing a worm and night crawler and trout magnet, and that wouldn't catch nothing, so I decided to go with the double trout magnet. You know, I just knew coming to the rocks today, trying different things, maybe get a bite. And then finally got that drop shot bite. So there we go. That may be the only bite we get all day, but I'm happy. I may put a little bit bigger weight on there, so I can throw it out to float. May not need to put a bigger weight on there, but yes, finally. Time it takes to catch a fish. We're 5th trip out. Finally. Oh man. I am working it slow. It's taking probably 5 or 6 minutes per cast. I don't know if it's really taking that long. But hey, 7 minutes recording time so far. Come on, fishes. Drop shot, it looks like. Oh, nice, yes. Yes, oh, nice. Ah, yes. Drop shot, it's working. Another 10-inch bass, smallmouth. I ain't complaining. What happened was I went to go cast my other line out, and I just let it sit there. Well, I went to go redo my line on my trout magnets, and voila! Oh, thank you. Mwah. Kiss him and let him go. So I'm not rigging this up like a normal drop shot rig. Is what happens with most drop shot rigs is they'll tie it directly to the line, and you know, when I'm throwing like a double rig, I'll tie it like that, and I find that a lot of times my line will get weak and it'll break when I'm reeling in a fish or something. So I just took a uni knot with another piece of string that I had, put it above, which really I probably didn't need to put it above, but I put it below too, to hold it in place. Now when I get a fish on, it may slide down, it may not, you just never know. But hey, that looks like we got a pretty good little pattern going on, but it's been a long time since I got that last bite. So I think by me having to pay attention to the other rod, that let it sit long enough for another fish to want to bite. And I am working this drop shot real slow, and you don't seem to want it unless it's setting for a while. Now the reason why I chose to fish the rocks is because when it comes down, if you can see these rocks here, okay, is what happens is it goes down, and then it goes down into the water, And as it goes down, it gets deeper and deeper instead of going and flattening out and shallowing like some of these pebble spots. Is what happens is these pebble spots is they'll go out there, flatten out, and not get very deep. To where if you're looking at the rocks and how deep it gets when the water is low, you know, you're fishing in fairly deep water. And so a lot of times when you're fishing in cold water, you're fishing in deeper water anyways to try and find bass or trout or any kind of fish. So that's why I figured fishing these rocks, going into the water, is where I would be able to find these bass. That's why last week in that haystack I was fishing the dam, is because dams are usually deep. So, and then you got a gradual, either a straight down deep or a gradual down deep, to where like rocks, a lot of times it's just, you know, it's angled down deep the whole time. So it just gives you a little more insight. So hopefully we'll catch a couple more bass today, and hopefully I won't be too boring showing you guys how to work a drop shot or talking. But yes, bass at its, well, I can't say that it's finest because it's still slow fishing for bass, but the goal is to catch a bass for you guys, show you some techniques, and pretty much all I'm doing is showing you one technique because it's the only one I've been able to catch a bass on so far. But, you know, just keep in mind when you're drop shot fishing, the experiment, have different baits. Don't just throw the same thing all the time, because they may not want the same thing. They may get smart to the one thing you're throwing. So always be willing to have a backup bait, an extra bait that you want to throw on a drop shot, and maybe, just maybe, you can get those extra bites. But it's been real slow. Water's still cold, but hey, we got one. Yes, this is the flukes I was using. Drop shot minnow is what it called, but it's a fluke. It looks like a fluke. Everything about it. That's the 3 inch by Berkeley. So it's I've used it before. I'm just not a big drop shot guy, but hey, it delivered today. Caught a couple of smallmouths, and we're good to go. Hey, this is G-Man out.